Hey there, Derek here from Pacific Coast Auto in Japan, and we're looking at a 2008 Toyota Aristo, a Lexus GS350, the car that the Toyota Aristo originally came from. And so this car, the Lexus GS, was the Toyota Aristo for the first two generations. This is the third generation, so from 2005 onward, I believe. And it's a rear-wheel drive sedan, double wishbone suspension in the front, 3.5-liter engine. In this case, with direct injection, puts out 310 horsepower. And the overall condition of this one's fantastic. Check this out. 15-year-old vehicle, only 32,000 original kilometers. And that is accurate. You'll see the condition of the car is fantastic. It is a 10 out of 10, except for basically one area of damage, which is a big scratch on the hood. I'll show you in a second. But for the rest of the report, I'll switch the engine off. As you can see, it does run fine. You can hear the extra ticking of the direct injection system. Okay, just a quick look at the gauge cluster. I love the way that it looks. Kind of like a, I don't know, like a pilot's gauge cluster maybe. I really like that, the circular polishing that makes it look kind of like a CD. Anyway, switch this off. Okay, and the seat and the steering wheel, just like the previous generations, will pull themselves out of the way when you turn the car off. And I got the keys in here. They don't have to be put into any ignition or anything, but it's going to continue dinging like that for the rest of the report as long as the door is open. So my apologies ahead of time. And oh, did you listen to that door? Sounds nice, doesn't it? Okay, so the 2GR is a very common engine. Here in Japan, in rear-wheel drive format, you get this in the GS, in the Crown, and the Mark X actually moved up to this platform once the JZX, the X100 platform, turned into the X120 platform, and then it just died. And then it became the same platform. Makes sense. Toyota didn't need to have, 4 different rear-wheel drive platforms at the time. Okay. So, coolant, engine oil, both look good. The vehicle looks like it's been taken care of, except for that big scratch. I have a feeling like they got the scratch, and it was time to sell the car. So it goes basically from here all the way up to here. It almost looks like it was intentional. Now, paint the hood, and you've got close to a flawless car. It really is that good. So, quick look at the car. I think that these are fantastic. They're great value for money, very comfy interior, run and drive well, economical for what they are, and you can get them with a hybrid engine if you want. Oh, and look at this. You get functional brake cooling ducts. This actually goes right in there with its own little door right to the calipers. There's another little surprise like that on the rear. There's a cool diffuser. I'll show you in a sec. But anyway, let's get over to the auction inspection sheet, and I'll translate this for you. I'm not going to get hit by the Pro Box. Haha, dodged this time. Okay, so this is a 2008 model GS350, which I believe is the early model, i.e. the Zenki. Okay, so GS350, this one here, let's see. Passionate? This is weird. Whenever they have English words in Japanese, it's hard to read. Passion Night black interior. Okay, so I got to show you this because I've never seen a GS like this. It's very cool. It has a red and black two-tone interior. So the seats are black. And we'll come back to the interior to show you more details in a second. And you get this nice little red trim on the console. And then the carpeting is all red with black floor mats. It's a very smart look. And it has that continued theme here with red stitching on the black leather. And then black stitching on the red leather. It's really cool. It's, a little bit flashy in an otherwise understated car. Okay, anyways, back to this. 32,327 kilometers. Yes, authentic mileage. This is an auction rate 4.5 with an interior B. The sales points here written by the seller are toll collection box, power seat, heater, and cooler. So yeah, the seat heaters and seat coolers in this car. Reverse camera, cruise control. And the only report section says interior dirty, wear, very small scratches, small dents. And then A3, which is a large scratch on the hood. That's the only damage on the car. And it's true. We'll walk around it and you will see no areas of damage. The car is pretty much spotless. The only thing I can say is the headlights are a touch cloudy, but it doesn't really stand out. You might not have even noticed it yet. It's on the original wheels. You also get giant calipers on this, like something that's going to stop a sports car. And I guess that makes sense. It is a sports sedan. The GS was known as the sporty one, the IS being the small one, the GS being the sporty one, the LS being the luxury one, and the SC, which stopped by this generation, I guess, was the coupe one of the Lexus original range. Okay, and it is a shame that the Risto, this is the generation that they dropped the 2JZ. But it's not a bad engine that you get in this, and you also get it for a quarter of the price as a result. Okay, so let's look at some of the details. First, you'll notice headlights and fog lights are somewhat cloudy, but the chrome surrounding them is in good condition. There's no fade on it. The front grille is all in good condition, and this is the first time that the car was a Lexus here in Japan. Previous to this, it was a Toyota, and it was always a Lexus in North America. Although the Japanese ones were more luxurious than the Lexuses for some reason. You got options that you couldn't get in North America, like the vibrating seats that you could get in the Celsior. So you can see a little bit discolored there in the headlight. And this one here appears to be good. The brake, the fog light. This one has a little bit of fade. Okay, so coming down here, it's all perfect. I got an extra video to go along with it, detailing the side panels and showing how good they are. No issue whatsoever there. The trunk here, a few minor scratches. You should be able to polish these out, but there's some right here, and right here. Okay. GS350. Yeah, you can get this as a GS450H, and what a driving experience that is. I'm not a big fan of hybrids. I prefer all motor for my own personal cars. I like the technology of hybrids. I just don't think that they feel that good to drive. I don't like the brake pedals. I don't like how the throttle comes in and out. Here's that scratch. But boy, is it fast. And the LS600H, incredibly fast car. It's kind of funny how Lexus did that. They're like, we know that hybrids are a little bit derpy, so what we'll do is we'll make all of our fastest Lexuses the hybrids, and then people will love them. I'm not sure if it worked, but the cars that you get out of them are pretty cool. So the back here, nice wood-looking trim. I don't think it's real wood, but it does look nice. And then the same two-tone there, quite nice. Just like front seats, you have the very similar type storage compartment there. Back seats are nice and spacious, and these are in good condition. Of course, full leather. I don't know if you can get this generation without the leather. I believe that you can, but I don't know. And then a large man. I'm not a large man, but I am a lanky man, so my legs always tend to get in the way. We got plenty of room here, and the seat is nice and soft and comfortable. There's a big difference between a high-quality leather seat and a low-quality one. This one fits the bill for a high-quality seat. Quick peek at the front. No smell of cigarettes in this one, which is a nice little bonus. Okay, headliner is perfectly clean. You have LED interior lights, which are kind of nice. Not kind of nice. Those are excellent. Nice little touch. And then you get cup holders in your nice pillowy pillow. When your kids are tired, they'll be comfortable and sleep the whole ride, which is very important for parents on a trip home. Ooh, ski pass-through, a little door that you can stick your skis through. Very popular in older cars, not as popular in newer cars, from what I've seen. Onto the front, I'm going to show you the trunk. No, I'm going to show you the rear diffuser. Stock rear diffuser with fins on a luxury sports sedan from the 2000s. Cool, right? And yep, it's a mandrel bent exhaust there and dual outlets for the exhaust. And also an engine that reliability is very high, but parts are available worldwide. They're a very popular engine in all sorts of things. Okay, door card here, good. The material it's made out of, it's fine, but when I see this material, and this could be a me thing, when I see this material, it reminds me of the Toyota Crown, which has the same material on the dashboard, same as this one. These tend to crack when it gets too hot. This one's going to the UK, so I'm not sure if that's going to be a problem with this one, because it's not as hot as it is here in Japan. Probably a good idea to get a windshield cover for this, just so your windshield doesn't crack. It seems to be like 60% of the ones at auction have dashboard cracks. And I think the reason is because this shell on the outside, like the airbag breaks right through it. It has to be a thin shell in order to be broken through. And in some areas, it just can't take the heat and the thermal expansion that takes place. Okay, before we fully sit in that, let's have a look at the seats. We got a little bit of wear on this bolster, but you can't feel it. It's still very soft, and you can absolutely dye that back. Leather seats are supposed to have a certain amount of maintenance. They're perforated leather, so they have these little holes, and that helps you with not feeling clammy. And then, look at this. You slide this back, and you have controls for sport or normal suspension. You also have power and snow mode, traction control, and then you can either heat up the seats up to 3 levels or cool down the seats up to 3 levels. Switch that off for now. You can also shift your own gears if you want, so you can up and down. I don't know how many speeds are in the transmission, but this was around the time where manufacturers were starting to get more than 5 speeds in their automatic transmissions. Nowadays, a lot of autos are 7, 8 speed. I think there's even a 10 speed. Not too sure. Steering wheel looks like it's barely being touched. Got to show those faces again. I love those. It's such a nice little classy touch to the gauges. You have a few options in here. And then a little box. And the box says box on it. And yep, that carpet. It really is something, it's something small, but it's something that makes a nice impression for the interior. Okay, this one here can be opened. You have a double tray. You also have those in here. And the mosquitoes found me. Look at that. It's eating me at the moment. And that dead mosquito is not going to take a trip over to the UK. Get out of here. Okay, nice little Lexus scuff plates there. Close this up. Looks like they didn't order the... Oh yeah, cup holders. They didn't order the ashtray in here. And so the cigarette lighter's never been used. From the factory mini disc player. Kind of odd, but see if you can find some mini discs and try that technology that was popular for a week. CD player, and then touch screen here that integrates the air conditioning and the audio. Buttons here are in Japanese, so that's could annoy some people or could feel special and cool to other people. And then glove box, sizable unit, toll collection boxes inside there. You have a little emergency button here, but you have to pull the cover down. It shoots missiles out the back. And then, again, LED lights up here, but one of them doesn't work. Have a look. That one there in the center. Okay. So yeah, love these great condition cars, not only because the reports take less time for me to shoot, but the customer's going to get a great car that's going to be good for a nice long time. Good choice on this one. I like it a lot. Hope you enjoyed the walk around. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, I didn't show you the trunk. Let me quickly do that. I don't know if the trunk is open at the moment. It has a pop in the back, but can't pop it for some reason. I think that there's an override so you can lock it. That has a release right here. Okay, quickly show you the trunk. Is that interesting? It goes way back in there. So the opening of the trunk, not the biggest, but the trunk can carry an awful lot of stuff in here. You also have a space saver spare tire underneath there, and then there's the audio amp in there. I'm assuming the audio in this is really good because it has its own standalone audio amp in the back. I don't know which brand. I think it's National that does it. Can't read. National is the same as Panasonic, which has a very good reputation here in Japan. Lexus GS for the drive of your life. Sounds pretty good, right? Lexus. Buy it from Japan through Pacific Coast Auto. Okay, end of the report. Thanks so much for watching, and have a nice day.